The year 2025 opened with a mix of anxiety and resolve in Borno State. While security forces recorded successes across several fronts, communities also enjoyed renewed attacks by ISWAP and Boko Haram insurgents. Analysts documented a rise in coordinated assaults from roadside improvised explosive devices to drone-enabled strikes, a stark reminder that the insurgency, though weakened, is far from over. And even the state capital was not spared. In a deadly reminder of the lingering threat, a bomb explosion ripped through Gomboru mosques in Maiduguri during prayers, killing 5 worshippers and leaving over 35 others injured. The attack shocked residents and reignited concerns over urban security, as civilians once again became targets in places considered relatively safe. Yet in the face of uncertainty, communities press on with remarkable resilience.
But I think military have also improved in terms of their operations, the attack drones, the ambush operations, which we have been seeing that is yielding a lot of result across the different part of the theater. Those attacks, of course, were unfortunate, and of course, from what you have heard from the state governor, he has deployed both the hybrid forces, the civilian joint task force, and of course, the military have also fully taken over those areas.
In Darut Jamal, a community reopened only months earlier, insurgents launched a deadly attack that claimed the lives of more than 55 civilians, along with security personnel deployed to protect the area. In Kirawa, armed assailants targeted farming communities, killing several farmers at the peak of the planting season, raising press concerns over food security and livelihoods. And in Damboa, an attack on military formation led to the death of a senior military officer, underscoring the continued risks faced by troops and the volatility in parts of southern Borno.
The recent event that has happened in Damboa that has claimed the lives of some of your own colleagues, and in particular one of your very senior officer, who is the brigade commander, General Uba, who has been declared by the Nigerian military as missing in action up to now. It's a very sad event.
Despite the security setback, 2025 marked a turning point in the management of displaced persons. During the year, the Borno state government shut down Muna IDP camp, one of the oldest displacement camps in Maiduguri. The move forms part of the state's resettlement policy of returning displaced families to their ancestral communities or relocating them to government-supported housing schemes. Humanitarian agencies, however, caution that long-term security, providing means of livelihoods and social services, would be critical to preventing renewed displacement. Beyond Nigeria's borders, thousands of Borno indigents remain displaced at Minau refugee camp in Cameroon, a legacy of the decade-long insurgency. But in a push towards durable solutions, the Borno state government, in collaboration with the federal government and Cameroonian authorities, has commenced plans to voluntarily repatriate the refugees to their ancestral communities. Back home, hundreds of farmers face threat from insurgents during the harvest season, with some people killed and others abducted for a ransom, deepening economic hardship. In Chibok, we met Mary Samuel, who told us her daughter and 2 grandchildren were abducted from a nearby village. She is calling on the authorities to intensify efforts to secure their release. We thank the government for everything they have done to us. We want them to try to secure the release of our relatives who were abducted. The story is not different from the other residents who also have their family members abducted by the insurgents. They want the government to expedite action in fighting against insecurity. Governor Zulum later visited Chibok to console affected families, pledging government's continued commitment to protecting lives and restoring confidence in resettled communities. Against the backdrop of insecurity, education and infrastructure emerge as bright spots in 2025. Last week, President Bola Tinubu commissioned electric vehicles for public transport in Maiduguri, alongside a newly completed mega school, commending the state's investment in human capital and describing Governor Zulum as a pace-setter.
And Professor Zulum is doing a very good job of caring for people. The electric vehicles, the tricycles.
Earlier in the year, the Minister of Education also commissioned 2 additional mega schools in Maiduguri facilities designed to restore learning opportunities lost to more than a decade of conflict. Reconstruction remains main activities to recovery efforts. More than 20 road projects have been completed or commissioned across Maiduguri, improving mobility and boosting local trade. A new 400-bed teaching hospital nears completion, alongside upgrades to specialist health facilities in Monguno and other parts of the state. For Borno State, 2025 was a year of hard realities, renewed attacks, alongside determined efforts at resettlement, reconstruction, and recovery. Here in Maiduguri, life appears to be relatively normal, but attacks in places like Daru Jamal, Kirawa, and Dambua shape the mood. Residents tell us that while resettlement offers hope, insecurity in rural areas remains a major concern.